Hey there, Jennifer Del Torre here, creator founder of Nice Girls Finish Last. Thanks for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hey ladies, Jennifer Del Torre here, creator founder of Nice Girls Finish Last, also known as Nice Girl Jen. And I wanted to talk to you ladies about something that I noticed a lot of, especially new women entrepreneurs, go through. And not just new entrepreneurs, but a lot of people, no matter what it is that they're doing in life, no matter what profession they're in or whatnot, they all face this. And that is basically being faced with fear and starting something new and putting yourself out there. And that's normal. Anytime you start something new, hey, thanks for joining. Please say hi. Let me know if you're watching the replay, if you're watching this replay later. But anyways, so I wanted to share this because so many entrepreneurs, especially new women entrepreneurs, they are a little timid and afraid to get into the spotlight. And it's a place that's very uncomfortable. And everybody is always trying to find that magic solution to getting over their fears and putting themselves in the spotlight and putting themselves out there to represent their brand, their business, their service, their product, and all of that. But I'm here to tell you that in reality, there are some tips that you can do, and I actually have 3 that I'm going to share with you at the end of this. But there's really no secret to getting comfortable with putting yourself out there and being in the spotlight. The only way to do that is to do it, to actually put yourself out there and go for it and get over that fear. You know, everybody feels fear, but the thing about it is that how you respond to it is what's going to make the difference. Are you going to let fear conquer you, or are you going to break through it and push through it regardless of those feelings, right? And so I understand that it is a uncomfortable position, and I work with women who I help build up their confidence and feel confident as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, as a leader, an employer, whatever it is that they might be. And I just tell them that the only way you can really do it is just to do this, to just put yourself out there. I was a full-time entrepreneur since I was 19 years old. And ever since then, I've spoken to groups of people, large and small. And it's kind of crazy for me to sit back and think about it, because I'm a person who would shake nervously if I had to do a book report in front of a classroom. Like I could not get through it without my hands shaking and my voice shaking. And it terrified me to do that. You know, I also was the type of person that, fast forward a little bit, when I was running a call center that I started years ago. At first I was nervous that, do I even have what it takes? Do I even have the knowledge of what I need in order to teach these women that I was working with nationally? And, you know, do I deserve this position? And here's what I thought. One day I kind of just realized that at the end of the day, results don't lie. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Results don't lie. You cannot argue with results. And I had the results to back up my talk. So I wasn't just spitting a good game for people. I had the results to back up what it is that I was saying. And when you realize that, that's when you start to realize what your value is. And you know what it is that you bring to the table. That's how you develop your confidence. Nobody feels confident when they're unsure of what to do or what they know. But if you sit and think about what it is that you are good at and what it is that you bring to the table, what it is that your product does for other people or your service does for other people, that builds confidence in you to feel secure about yourself and be able to put yourself out there. So many are afraid even just to do a Facebook Live. Is it kind of scary first time around? Yeah. If you guys want to, if you're watching, are you on Periscope? If you're not, that's connected to Twitter and it's a live broadcasting, maybe you should go practice over there where nobody knows you, but you will get a lot of people to join, and some of them may talk trash, but you don't know these people, and so who cares? Use it as a way to practice. But there's really just no way for you to get past that and become comfortable putting yourself in the spotlight than to just do it and do it over and over and over again. So when you finally realize what it is that you offer people, what it is that you bring to the table, and what your value is, how dare you keep that from other people? You shouldn't feel ashamed to share that. You're serving others in what you do with your talents, with your strengths. There are people out there that are inspired by it. And yes, are there going to be people that maybe hate what it is that you do or what you represent? Yes. Are you going to get people to criticize you? And maybe if they don't openly criticize you, they're going to talk about you behind your back? Yeah. But you know what? You're not for everybody. You're not. And I've talked about it in different lives. I've spoken to women entrepreneurs at an event, and I've had people, criticize me either through email or some way. I don't care, because I'm not here to help that person. Okay, I'm here to help the people that I do inspire, that I do help with their businesses or with their leadership or with their confidence or whatever the case may be. That's who I'm there to help. And same thing for you. For everybody that's watching, that is who you are there to serve, not the people that criticize you and don't like you and you rub them the wrong way. You're not for them, and that's fine. But if you've got a talent, if you've got a good product, if you've got a good service that benefits people and helps solve certain individuals' problems, you shouldn't keep that, and you shouldn't feel ashamed. Even back when I started my whole entrepreneurship, I felt like a complete lame trying to sell somebody when I was, starting off in sales and doing one-on-one sales. I felt so lame, and yet you have to get past that. You have to feel confident in what it is that you are offering and what you represent. So yes, some people are going to hate you, but honestly, who cares? And the reason why I share this is because I'm on social media a lot, and I help with social media marketing. So I notice a lot of the things of what everybody is doing. And I notice that a lot of people are afraid to put themselves out there. I actually have Facebook connections that I've never seen to do a live once. I've never even seen them do a pre-recorded video. Don't be embarrassed of failing. What you should be embarrassed of, and what I feel embarrassed of if I do this, is not trying. If I chickened out and didn't do something just because I felt uncomfortable, I feel embarrassed about that. Because you always hear these gurus and these motivational people tell you, fail faster, fail faster. Yes, okay, you do need to make mistakes. Are you going to be perfect? No. The first time you do anything, you're not going to be perfect. Will you might embarrass yourself? Yeah. But honestly, I would rather keep going at it and putting myself out there, even if I feel like a fool, than to just chicken out. I actually know of a person that calls themselves a social media expert who doesn't ever do lives because they feel insecure about it. Video is everywhere. Video is an effective marketing tool. How can you call yourself an expert in something when you yourself are too afraid to go out there and do it? So don't be afraid of failing or looking silly. Be afraid for not doing anything, okay? Hey, Tess, how's it going? All right, so I do have 3 things that I want you to remember as you go and put yourself out there, put yourself in the spotlight, and so on and so forth. And because as I titled this, the biggest promoters make the most money. So if you are being timid and afraid and I don't want to be too pushy and I don't really want to go out there, don't expect for people to notice you. Don't expect for the word to get out on what it is that your product is, what your service is. They're not going to know about you because you're not out there in their face. So I want you to remember these things, and hopefully, no matter how afraid you feel, you'll still put yourself out there and promote and be known and not be afraid to be the center of attention. Number 1, not everyone is going to like you. Accept it, swallow it, and don't care. Okay? There's tons of people that don't like me. And then there's tons of people that do. Who cares? Who cares? Know your value, what it is you bring to the table, and have confidence in that. And don't worry about naysayers or anything like that. Number 2, get uncomfortable. So like I said, there's no secret to feeling confident in front of the camera, to feeling confident on stage, to feeling confident in selling, in inboxing, on the phone, whatever it may be. there is no secret to getting over that. The only thing you have to do is just keep putting yourself into that position till you're not afraid anymore. And like I said in the beginning of this, I couldn't even do a book report in front of my classroom without shaking, being terrified, nervous, stumbling, all of that. So if anybody knew me then and saw me now, they'd be surprised because I'm not the same person. Why? Because even though I was afraid, I put myself out there. And now if you were to say, Jen, come over here, we want you to speak to 100, 200, 1,000 people, I'm not going to feel nervous about it. That doesn't, the fear of public speaking or whatnot, that doesn't scare me. And that's funny because that is the number one fear that people have, even over death, is public speaking. But I put myself in front of people, large and small, so many times that it doesn't faze me anymore. So there is no secret to getting over those uncomfortable feelings and that fear and the anxiety. All you can do is just keep putting yourself out there. So get uncomfortable. Stop turning down opportunities because you're afraid. When I started when I had first came up with my business plan of starting up a call center, I was so pumped up about the idea. And then when things started to, go in place and everything started coming together, I started freaking out. And I started thinking, wait a minute, what am I doing? First of all, I'm 5 months pregnant. So how am I going to start this up now of all times? Second of all, I don't know if I really know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to be successful. I don't know if I'm going to fail. But I just did it anyways. And you know what? It turned out great. So you have to understand that you're going to feel uncomfortable and that is normal. You're not weird for that. But don't turn down opportunities because you're afraid. Years ago when I started really on social media, I was invited on someone's blog talk radio show who had a pretty big following of women that listened in on personal development mostly. It wasn't really business. And I was invited on to be a guest and answer questions on the show. And my first instinct was, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I'm going to speak live, like no written dialogue. That freaked me out, but I said yes anyways. And I just mentally prepared for it. And you know what? It came out really great. I wish I could find that, actually. I wonder if I could search and find it. Now, if I listen to it, I'll probably be like, oh my gosh, that was horrible. But again, I would much rather be embarrassed by my mistakes than to be a chicken. I'm sorry. Don't be a chicken. I'd be more embarrassed about chickening out on things. Most people's regret on their deathbed is not taking more chances. Don't let that be you. All right. Number 3, don't feel embarrassed by your mistakes. I just went over that, so I jumped ahead of myself. Feel embarrassed about being a wimp. So when years ago in a direct selling company, our office, one of the things we would say, especially to newbies and trainees that were, building their confidence and afraid, and this was all a new world for them, we used to say a funny expression, maybe borderline inappropriate, but I'll say it anyways. And we would say, this is to men and women, we would tell them, pick up your skirt, grab your balls, and make some money. And I wouldn't say to go make some money, although you should. But sometimes that's what you got to think and you got to tell yourself. Just pick up your skirt, grab your balls, and let's make some moves. If you just plant those kind of things in your head, and maybe if you've got a good support team that will pat you on the back and say, go out there and make it happen, you will. So I would feel more embarrassed, again, by not doing it than actually doing it and failing or making mistakes. Because you know what? You're a lot further than the people that aren't even trying, right? So anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about. If you find yourself in that position where you want to build your business, but you're just unsure of who you are, where you stand in this whole social media world, will people accept you? Will your family laugh at you? Will anybody want to buy what it is you sell? Get over it and just go out there and make it happen. Promote what it is that you offer. Do it with confidence, knowing that you are bringing other people value, and the ones that love it, great. The ones that don't, who cares? You guys have a great night. If you need help, go to nicegirlsfinishlast.com. I would be happy to work with you. You guys have an excellent rest of your day.